Hey guys, and welcome back to Super Mario 64 DS. We're back on the back garden, I guess, of Peach's castle. And I did say we were going to go into Hazy Maze Cave last time. And we are going to do that. But first, we have a whole bunch of red coins that we can gather out here by defeating a bunch of boos. So this wasn't in the original version. This is one of the new power stars introduced in DS. Which makes sense. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't add in like a 100 coin star for the hub world. But at the same time, I'm glad that we don't have one. Also, when you're out here, the camera has this really annoying habit of just randomly spinning around. I mean, it does this in all sorts of places, but here in particular, I'm not sure if that's something that only this version does. I don't think the original version did it. So I'm going to assume it's a DS issue. Which is also kind of annoying because you can't simply just turn the camera around with a button in this version. So where it was mapped, used to be mapped to the C buttons, here it's mapped to the touch screen, which is quite intrusive, especially when you're playing with a great big Wii U gamepad. You know, I could just have the bottom screen on the gamepad, but I also kind of want to showcase the little map. It doesn't do much. You know, I kind of want to just have it there. Just means that there's a bunch of black around the a bunch of nothing, making up a third of the screen. Right, but there's a set of blocks right here. Yoshi's the only one that can't break these. Everybody else can. This is a bit of a ground pound or a punch. It'd be great if we couldn't, considering that we're breaking blocks all the time in the 2D games, including Yoshi. So I don't get that. Anyway, it's another Silver Star mission. All very easy to find. Again, you've got your little map down on the bottom screen. I forget what this guy's called. I think it's a Chukya? Something like that. I'll try and get behind him. Where'd that bomb come from? Anyway, you can see where all the silver stars are on the screen. And it's like, if it's not inside a block, it's inside an enemy. And it's as simple as that. So, yeah, it's a very small, confined area. Very easy to make your way around. This level is no problem at all. For life, of course, we know I need them after I accidentally quit the game. And I lost all my lives. And now I am very upset. It would of course be Luigi who messes up. Luigi has no life. Luigi wishes he had the life of his brother Mario. But anytime Luigi does something exciting, what happens? Mario goes on vacation. I rescue him from a mansion, and he goes to a tropical island without me. But joke's on him. He got arrested. And then what do I do when I finally win that sports game? He steps on my toe, and he doesn't even move his foot when he realizes. He did that on purpose. I look up to him, but Lord knows he doesn't look up to me. Anyway, we just make our way up here. It's your only way out of here, unless you just decide to pause the game. Otherwise, you're stuck in there unless you just save and quit or exit. But then again, that applies to any level. Okay, so now everything is done out here. So excuse me. Boo on you. However, we're not done out here actually. We got one last thing left to do, and it requires us to go back into Big Boo's horns. So we can't do Switch Star in the basement yet. Unless there's some sort of hidden Wario cap that I'm not aware of somewhere in the level. Whoops. And that button is so freaking sensitive. It's like you put the gamepad down for a sip of your drink. The button is like just oh so slightly presses against your leg and then activates that menu. It's so freaking sensitive to activate that menu. It's not like that for anything else. This is me forgetting what room I'm meant to go in. Let's see what's behind door number 4. Door number 5. Door number 5. Come on, Luigi. There we go. So, our little objective here is to go back into the Luigi painting and go back into Big Boo's boss level, whatever you call it. Because we can still get, now that we've rescued Luigi, we can get one of the power stars. Just as soon as you remember which is the right combination to go. Let's try going through this door. That was the right one. I wonder which is the correct door here. Oh, it wasn't down there. Oh my god, you still gotta put up with the sound of that guy. Oh my god, will somebody shut this boo up? All you ever just hear is ah! It's at this door. Nope. The merry-go-round music just seems so... I guess the idea is it's supposed to be spooky. I tell you, I could think of a few things scarier than an abandoned theme park. I just went through this door. Oh wait, let's go to the other one. Then I remembered it was this one. Unfortunately, I didn't collect the bloody power-up. So let's make our way in here. That block is so annoying. It's particularly annoying. It's the only one that you need Wario for. So you can collect all of the other 7 red coins, but then you're blocked out of getting, quite literally blocked out of getting the last one. And that's just stupid. It's like, why make it the last one for starters? Make it the first one. Second, the latest. All of you get out of my way. Oh Christ! Somebody shut him up. He doesn't do it when you're in the room before where he is. You think that'd be where it was at its loudest. Come on, pick me up. Okay, that works as well. Because when you ground pound, you immediately pick it up. Dudes can still see you, but that makes sense, I guess. While Luigi jumps higher, I don't think his long jump sends him any further. Anyway, so as invisible Luigi jumps into the painting, and there's a power star in here. It doesn't send you out of the level though, so you do we do know how to exit. Yeah, so we still can't get the other one yet, but we'll be back. We'll be back. Anyway, it's now time to head into another level. So let's actually make our way down to the basement proper this time. We did briefly come in here in the last part, only to realise that our path was blocked again. And, there's a fungus. What is with the draw distance on these guys?
Wow, you've recovered that many stars! Way to go, Mario! What? You're Luigi? I don't believe it! Luigi couldn't have pulled off such an impressive feat. Stop trying to fool me, Mario. You might be wearing green clothes, but I don't think I can tell you two apart. Fine. If you're really Luigi, you'll be able to spin in the air after doing a backward somersault. You'll also have amazing advantage.
You get the idea. He's a dick. How dare you? How dare you? Just remember who saved your asses in that spooky mansion. I can say that, right? I mean, yeah, it's a remake of a game from before Luigi's Mansion, but the remake came out after Luigi's Mansion. I was looking for the rabbit. I'm guessing the rabbit isn't here on the DS version. Like, there's this rabbit that you can chase around. He gives you 2 power stars. I don't know why 2, but he gives you 2 power stars, and he didn't show up. Yeah, the entrance to Hazy Maze Cave looks like it's some kind of massive toilet. But anyway, welcome to Hazy Maze Cave. I didn't mean to look at the sign. Also, I have no reason to collect this thing, really. So let's make our way down here first. I'm actually going to do the first mission first. I mean, I did that for some missions, just not all of them. Actually, I think the only one where I didn't do it first was Snow... Cool Mountain. I don't know. I hate seeing that star right there, but no, we're going to take a much longer and harder way to get to it. I can hardly ever time that right. Oh good, he can still see me. He does point out caps to you. So there's a yellow cap in here. What does that mean? Does that mean it could turn us into Wario? What? How? Where is all? How deep underground are we? What is that? Oh, it's one of those games like Ratchet and Clank. When you go and when the camera actually goes underwater, it gets really bright. Hello. So this is Dory. Hi, I'm Dory. I mean, this one's spelled D-O-R-R-E-Y, I believe. You know, this came before Finding Nemo. Not the remake, but the original. Okay, so Dory's a bit of a confusing one. She will turn around depending on what direction your character is facing. Ground pound her, and then she'll lower her neck because you're cruel. Anyway, I turned into Wario! So, I want to say he's a little bit slower, I'm not too sure. And I want to say his jump is not quite as high. Again, I'm not too sure. He can definitely long jump the same. But he can break through those black blocks. He can punch certain objects that you need him to break that boulder. And he uses the metal cap. All I can say is watching Wario do some of the things in this game that Mario and Luigi can do looks freaking ridiculous. Like, you see him doing that breakdancing kick, it does not look right. We're even doing stuff like the backflip. It does not look right. Because Wario, you know, he's got these enormous muscular arms. But then he's got like this really fat body and his legs are almost non-existent. It's like, Wario's anatomy makes no sense. But then again, this is a world where fat men can jump high and you can use fire underwater. So what am I saying? But anyway, in terms of Dory, yeah, you have to be facing in the correct she'll move in whatever direction you're facing, which makes it a little bit awkward. She wears swimming goggles in this version. Like in the original version, she kind of just looks like a plesiosaur. Like a blocky, polygonal plesiosaur. Here, she's been redesigned, and they actually do bring her back in New Super Mario Bros. DX. What happened there? I know we've got this sped up like 4 times the original speed, but there's a reason for that. Hazy Maze Cave has what is quite possibly the worst 100 coin mission in the game. It also has one of the worst red coin missions in the game because this part is an absolute pain. Trying to circle that guy, that eye I should say, in the original is also a pain. Because I don't know if they maybe made the island bigger or if it's just because it's easier to go around in circles. I can never get him to start spinning out of control so I can get the blue coin. Oh, he actually plays the underground theme here. What's the other level that has his music? Well, it plays it here and in one other level. Okay, so this is the actual Hazy Maze part, and the haze, I should say, is toxic, unless you're using your power-up. Doesn't really make much sense, but yeah. If you're invisible, that makes you invincible to the effects of the fog. But it's really annoying when you go down that little hole, because it's far enough where you'll end up taking damage from the fall. But then you're also going to be on the floor for a bit, so by the time you get up, you're also taking damage from the fog. So you are taking a bit of an unfair hit. I don't want to grab that star. Oh, that pit. That pit right there is so annoying. It's so easy to slide down with it. It's not even very big, but it's really annoying. As are these snippets. I don't want to go in there just yet, but I do, after collecting 6 of these coins, I did want to do the red coin mission first. So I am making it more difficult for myself, I'll admit. Because there are still plenty of other coins in the opposite direction. Eventually I find a Mega Mushroom. There we go. can actually kill these bats with ease. Alright, let's go again. But even then, this part still takes a while. Firstly, I don't know why I turned into Mario. It's like, I'm pretty sure I'm making this hard for myself. Right, I failed that long jump. I do eventually manage to do it again. Just not here. Right, come on you. I wish this was the actual speed at which it moved. And yeah, I don't know what happened there. It's like if you hold the run button down, your character sort of run in place, but then if you push forward, sometimes they do like a sprint move, other times they don't, and that time he did. So I was here for a bit. Oh my god, come on. I don't even remember how long I was actually here for. Do I think it's the worst? I'm not sure. There we go. There's this, there's TikTok Clock, and there's Rainbow Ride. Those two are annoying because they're the last two levels. They're the hardest levels. This one just goes on forever, and it's not even that hard. You've recovered 50 power stars. That's enough to open the door on the 3rd floor. Bowser's closer. Eek! But before you move on, make sure you found the question switch and hit the question box. The 3rd floor is just ahead. Except we've only just entered the 2nd floor, so we've still got Hazy Maze Cave, Shifting Sand Land, and Lethal Lava Land of Dire Docks left to do. Not to mention fighting Bowser down here. I mean, the door doesn't actually take you to Bowser this up there, it just takes you to the last 2 levels. But even so, they did up it a little bit. I can't remember how many stars you need. I want to say it was 70 that you needed in the original. And I think they upped it to 80 here. Just because there's more stars, but even then. You barely need half of them. And then they sort of started to change around, right? That spider! Screw that spider that's just there, because I don't know how many times I ran into him. It must have been more than 10 over the course of all of this. I hate that spider. Whoops. Well, that was embarrassing. Alright, let's try that again. Nearly hits him there. Okay, from now on, that Goomba is pretty much there for every single mission. I mean, the Goomba's always there, but he'll be wearing that cap for pretty much any mission you select now. Alright, so back in Bob on Battlefield, I did briefly showcase what one of the stars was in the original version of the game, because it wasn't there on TS. This one is also slightly different. For this mission, you need to use Wario to break this block, which then gives you access to a Mega Mushroom, and then you can break these boulders. Just got to break enough of them, and you'll be able to... It says Metal Head Wario can move, but you're not even using your Metal Power. And then it does that, it reveals the star. In the original version, you have to avoid the rocks, and then there's a section just up ahead where you can wall jump, and then that takes you to the Power Star. I would have showcased it, but I spent so long doing the 100 coin missions and a few other missions in these 4 levels, and spent so long in the Bowser level, because I freaking hate the basement Bowser level. And there I hit it. I spent so long doing all of that, my Wii U gamepad's light started flashing. Oh no! The gamepad started flashing, which means that the battery is getting really, really low. So I was like, okay, now that I've finally finished the Bowser level, let's just stop. So I didn't show it off, but really it's the exact same thing. You're just, instead of breaking the boulders, you just got to run past them, and there's a small little wall jump section that's just by the door. But in this version, Mario is the only one that can wall jump for some reason. I really don't get why Luigi can't wall jump. That seems idiotic to me. But no, it's something that only Mario can do. Unless you're wearing a cap that for some reason gives you the abilities. Somehow by wearing Mario's hat, Luigi learns how to wall jump. I don't get it. I did try and give you a view. It doesn't give you that. You can just make out, just up there. Like, that's where the power star will appear. Well, I say appear, that's where it is in the original version. Too early. It's kind of difficult to time though. Like, I find it difficult to tell whereabouts I am to the ground. Like, am I right above it? Have I got room to spare? I can't tell. Honestly, Wario is not a very good character compared to the others. Like, he can break the black blocks. That's it. In terms of everything I've seen, he can't wall jump, he can't backflip, he can't throw eggs, he can't walk on water. You know, he can walk underwater because of the metal cap. But that's it. Okay, so with the metal cap, you can't swim. You'll just fall straight to the bottom of the water. It's a bit of a tight one, this one. Okay, you do not get much chance to get over there. At least I was ready for you. Right, long jump your way over here, and there we go. Yeah, again, Wario, and I don't know if he can jump as high, but he can definitely long jump the same distance. Which again, makes no freaking sense to me.
Let's go.
Navigating the toxic maze. Okay, so these two are relatively similar to each other. There's not much difference in these two at all. Both of them require you to make your way into the maze. And then for both of them, you've got to look for a little ledge. And then, I think there's like 3 or 4 ledges. 1 or 2 of them doesn't have anything on them. The others 2 have doors. This is the wrong way. But the other 2 have doors. And then those doors will take you to one of the 2 power stars. So they're both more or less the same thing. I think that's what that sign is there for. Just to tell you where the doors are. See, like that. That's an unfair bit of damage you gotta take right there. There's one section where the ground is high enough so you won't take damage. I think it's there, actually. So there's a ledge up here. Unfortunately, this is the wrong ledge. I wish the power-ups did last a bit longer. Definitely, Mario, none of them last as long as the wing cap. Which I guess is just so that you have time to get back to where you are. Or just you have time to get to safety, I guess. So it's one of it. Yeah, again, that pit right there. I freaking hate that pit. Come on. There we go. One down. I think these guys are called swoopers. Or you could just call them bats. It's a lot easier to say. And no, I guess we can't just call them fish. We've got to call them cheap cheeps for some reason. A squid is a blooper. Despite the fact that it wouldn't be until Super Mario Sunshine that they actually start squirting any ink. I don't know, blooper just sounds like you're squirting the ink. Don't get me wrong, maybe that's just a noise they make. But they don't make any noises in the old games, so I don't know. So now we're doing mostly the same thing. Oh, for God's sake. Remember, I got hit by this guy at least like 8 more times. I don't know how many times I got hit by him. That was close. Again, it's bothering me. I can't think which is the other level that uses this music. Oh, it was Wet Dry World. That's what I'm thinking of. Down these sniffets. Get out of the way. You're nearly dead. Jump, and there we go. Ah, precious, precious health. Let's call these mole creatures that try and... I can't remember what these guys are called. Is it Monty Moles? I think it's Monty Moles. Yeah, I get confused between the Monty Moles and the ones that throw the spanners at you. I think they're Monty Moles. I can't remember what the other ones are called though. Alright, so this one you've got to grab a hold of this thing. You've got to hold down the jump button in order to keep a hold of these things though. You let go of the button, you let go of the grating, whatever you call it. And there we go. Don't need to go into the maze anymore, thankfully.
Oh yeah.
The amazing emergency exits.
Let's go.
Alright, but we're not going to be going after this one immediately just yet.
Yeah.
I know. It's mainly just because I was thinking I needed Wario, despite the fact that I know where the thing is and the cap is right here. But I couldn't remember where it was, so for the sake of not wasting time, I decided I'll just finish the part by going to what would be where you get the metal cap from, if you're playing the original version of the game. Didn't exactly work out as I planned, and neither did that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it again. See, look at my life counter. It was at 40 before I accidentally hit quit. And while it is edited out, spoiler warning, I get a game over in the next part. I mean, the actual game over is not included in the final video. But I did it, and you can tell by the life counter, I imagine. That was close. Even Wario's run does not look right. What's he doing with his arms? Like it's like his shoulders are a coat hanger, and then he just has his hands just hang from the edges of it. I mean, like his arms have a set of hooks on them, and the hands just hang from there. There we go, that's more like it. Anyway, Wario is also a pathetic swimmer. There you go, that's pathetic. I'll get there eventually. But we gotta get to Dory because the platform's too high. Well, that beam of light just popped in there. This platform is also a lot higher in the original version. Like here you don't actually need Dory, but well you kinda do, because you need to get the Wario cap. To keep using the camera reset. You can see I'm struggling. I keep going in zigzags because I can't quite turn around properly. I much prefer Plessy. I'm sorry. The Plessy from 3D World is way better. I mean, Dory there, you're still better than Poochie. I'll give you that. You're better than Poochie. But literally anything is better than Poochie. That part's also massive, by the way. Like, you ground pound, you run onto the head, and then it automatically locks you in place as the head's lifted up. A toilet within a toilet. But, unfortunately... Ow! And it takes you so long to stand up that I was unable to get it. Well, we can't get the red coin mission now, but luckily we can do the other mission. But the red coins are in the water, which, apart from, like, well, half of them are in the water. So, unfortunately, because the water is moving so fast, we can't actually get the red coins. Well, we might be able to, but it will take a long time to do so.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Maybe it's possible. Yeah, that looks like it might be possible to do, but it's gonna take forever. So instead, we'll try this again in the next part. For now, let's grab that cap. Which deactivates the power up. And then we can just make our way up here, and this is where the new star is. It's a massive arrow. And there we go. Okay, this is where you unlock the metal cap if you're playing the original version. Still not quite done with Hazy Maze Cave yet, but we are going to end things off here, so I will see you guys next time.